Hello, everybody, and welcome to the September Astro and Tarot predictions. I'm Julie from Maison Jupiter, and I'm here with my lovely sister who's going to read the cards for us. Hi, Sophie. How are you?
Hello. I'm really happy to be here. It's a beautiful day. I don't know for you guys, but it's a wonderful change of the season, and I just feel really happy about that change. And September is a great month for me. Let me know if you like September too.
Yeah, me too. Well, it's both of our birthdays during the month of September, September 1st, September 3rd. So, yeah, we're going to talk about, we have a new moon right in the middle of our birthdays. And generally, when I looked at the astrology for September, I'm feeling that, well, I like the astrology. I like the energy. I like what I'm seeing so far. I feel like, honestly, August has been whooping my ass, if I can say. It's been really hard. Lots of challenges, lots of delays. And of course, we had Mercury also retrograde. And first good news for September, Mercury is going to be direct. It's moving direct right at the end of August. So finally, I feel like things are going to start moving forward in their natural order, in their natural rhythm. And the other thing that is going to be super interesting in September is that it is the start officially of eclipse season. So the first one is going to be on September 17th, so right in the middle of September. And then we're going to have the second one 2 weeks after on October 2nd. So the second one, we're going to talk about it when we do the October predictions. So we're going to focus on the eclipse we have during the month of September, which is going to be in Pisces. And both of the luminations this month are making T-square, which means there's important decisions that will likely need to be made during the month of September. But the point is Jupiter, so it's not so bad. It's not like a very like as disruptive as we had, let's say, with Uranus, for example. Jupiter will bring, yes, decisions, but it also brings blessings in the end. So I kind of like September. I feel like it's kind of the rewards and answers we've been waiting for. Mm-hmm. And if we felt like the energy was stagnant for a while, we were waiting on some responses, let's say things to move forward, I think we're going to have those answers during September. So yay. And how are you feeling intuitively, Sophie, about September before we start?
I just feel this unblocking. I just feel that September is going to be less intense for people, but just things are going to just fall into places. Things are just going to move, but not too fast, not too much. It's just going to fall into places and just a natural flow. So I don't feel that we're going to feel stuck. I don't feel that there is going to be, I know it's eclipse season, but that's just what I'm getting intuitively. We're going to do the cards, but I just feel that we're going to be guided in the right place. Yes, but I'm not getting a huge deal for this eclipse. Let's hope I'm right.
Okay, it's interesting. Maybe because it's in your sign, in your ascendant sign, in your rising sign, Pisces. Maybe you can deal better with those energies. Maybe. Let's see with the cards later on. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but we are testing out a new formula for those Astro and Tarot prediction monthly. So we divided this one into 12 videos for each of the zodiac signs. So you don't have to click on the timestamp for your sign. You can just listen to your own sign. So it takes a little bit more of our time because there's montage, editing that needs to be made. So let us know if you do like this formula, and we'll keep on doing them. So of course you can like this video, comment and subscribe. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. So that really helps us out. And it gives us the message that you indeed like this new formula, which we hope you do. So first of all, I want to start off by saying a very, very happy solar return to all of the Virgo babies, Libra babies during the month of September. A very happy birthday to all of you. Happy solar return. And we have a very special surprise for you guys that we are starting off this month with the new formula during for the month of September. And as a huge thank you for our beautiful community, we will be giving away one consultation with Sophie to one of our lucky community members that will be celebrating their birthday this month. So we will be starting it right now for the month of September. I already, let's say, wrote a message in the community, and a lot of people have answered to participate. And then we will carry on with the same formula every month for all the birthday celebration in our community. So if you would like to join our community to take part in those giveaway every month, you can join for free. That's on maisonjupiter.academy, and you'll see there's lots to share, lots of interesting posts, and we will be also adding some more interesting stuff in the community with like this giveaway that we'll be doing every month. So first thing I wanted to say, and then so drum roll, our winner for September from the community that will be winning a consultation with Sophie, and I just want to show it here. So for the beautiful soul who's going to win the consultation, they will have the choice between the tarot reading 1 hour and the past lives reading. So, and of course, if you're not a winner, if you'd like to book with Sophie, you can do so on maisonjupiter.com. All the links will be below in the description box. And don't forget your discount code, which is Jupiter, to get 10% off your next reading. So yes, drum roll, the selected. And then I did not select the winner. The universe did. I used the dice to make sure I was staying very neutral in this process. So our winner is Isa 33 Reed. So she says, hello, MJ family. I am celebrating 55 on September 16. A very happy solar return and birthday for you. For my solar return, I would love to manifest peace, love, and sovereignty to our beautiful planet. I would love to manifest the ability to embrace my purpose and let go of procrastination, self-doubt, poverty mentality. Wishing both Julie and Sophie and all our fellow Virgo babies a wonderful solar birthday. So thank you so much. You are our winner. Very happy for you. So let us know, send us an email. You can find it on the website, and let us know which type of consultation you would like to get with Sophie for your birthday. All right. So that being said, let's start the show with the important dates. So this one is going to be a little different. So we're going to be using the calendar that I made. And if you'd like to download it, it is free download available. So I'll put also the link on the description box below. So I put a legend there for people that are not like super knowledgeable in astrology, so that they can discern what dates are good right away without looking too much into the aspects. So first, when we start September, we'll have, let's say, a lightning bolt here. So expect surprises. Uranus will turn retrograde. And then Pluto will re-enter Capricorn. So for the very last time in our lives. So yes, and whenever Pluto changes sign, we can expect surprises and big events. And then on the 2nd, right in the middle of our 2 birthdays, we have a new moon in Virgo at 11 degrees. So we're going to be talking about this one in just a few seconds. And then we have like here a bunch of square oppositions. So be careful on those days. And then there's a beautiful green heart here on the 11th, Mercury-Mars sextile. And yes, I forgot to say, Sophie, we have a lightning bolt for your birthday. But that can be good surprises. I did not say bad surprises.
I hope so.
And on the 15th, we have a star date. So those are the luckiest dates that I put a star there. Venus-Jupiter trine. And then the event of September is going to be the eclipse. So that's a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. And we're going to be talking about this one as well. Beautiful trine here on the 19th. And then we have a couple of lightning days where there could be lots of surprises, movement, and especially also because we are in the eclipse window between the 17th and the 2nd of October. And then a beautiful trine here on the 24th. But you can expect between eclipses, as usual, that there are likely going to be lots of surprises. So keep your schedule as open as you can. This is what I do usually in between eclipses, because you never know what's going to come your way. It's not necessarily negative. It's just that we often have to adapt very quickly. And then a beautiful star date here on the 30th. Mercury Cazimi, so the Sun and Mercury go to conjunct. So good news, beautiful announcements, surprises, and the South Node is going to be conjunct also.
So you know what? I'm still optimistic.
You're still optimistic? Yes, me too.
I'm decided that whatever change is coming our way when it's eclipses is going to be a good change. And this is going to be a beautiful month for everybody. So we're going to look in each sign, of course, but yeah. I'm still on the, it's going to be a good month and things going to fall into places.
Yeah, me too. I 100% agree with you. And I think the changes that are going to be made are definitely destined changes, because we are talking about eclipses, and eclipses deal with destiny. So, and I think if you have been, let's say, actively working on making sure you are centered, you are in your let's say, in your purpose, in your values, usually that brings a lot of good energies, especially when we have such karmic signs like Pisces is like the karmic rewards coming back to us, and a full moon is a completion. So I'm feeling very optimistic as well. So stay tuned, because in the second part of the video, we're going to be talking about each of the signs in detail. So we're going to be talking about your sign. And of course, you can look at the video for your sun, for your rising sign, and lastly for your moon as well. So you're going to have more complete predictions. And I would say sun and rising are probably going to be the two most accurate predictions that you're going to find there. And I usually listen to both, and you're going to see there is probably a mix of both themes that are going to be happening. So let's start first by talking about this new moon in Virgo at 11 degrees. So I put the same little emojis here so you can refer to the calendar. So it's a new moon, so we don't see it in the sky. And I put a red light there because it's making a T-square, but it's not like I don't see it like as a bad full moon or a new moon, I mean. But things can move. There's likely things are going to be shifting. And it's kind of a similar T-square, and it's a mutable T-square. So maybe things are like in motion. Mutable is changing, it's perfecting, it's letting go. So there's a lot of things in evolution at the moment of this new moon, and it's a very similar T-square that we're going to have at the eclipse. So for me, what that tells me is that this new moon, we're going to be starting things, new moon, new chapter, that are going to lead to a lot of rewards and, let's say, karmic endings and karmic rewards coming at the eclipse. So those two are going to be very, very much in connection. So make sure anything that you start there on this Virgo new moon is really aligned with what you want, with your purpose, with what you wish to manifest in your life, because the eclipse is going to give you, let's say, completion and rewards for what is started there. So I wrote here, a new endeavor requires hard work and important decisions. So both of the lunation of September, I think, are going to be under the theme of making important decisions because of the T-square that points to Jupiter. And both of them have this mutable T-square with like different planets in it. So here the new moon opposes Saturn. Yes, directly. Saturn is at 17 degrees and points to Jupiter at the center of the apex of that T-square. So T-square is tension, lots of tension, but Jupiter is at the apex of the T-square, so it's not so bad, but yes, it requires changes and decisions. And because it's in Virgo, the sign of work, and opposing Saturn, another planet of work and of hard work, that is, I feel like we're going to be adapting to a new way of doing things at work. So the two major themes that could come up during the month of September for both of lunations for me are work, career, and health. because Virgo and Pisces is the axis of health. So I think it's going to be the two main themes that we're going to be having to transform. So adapting to a new way of doing things, adopting a new professional strategy, because Virgo and Saturn equals work. And because it's mutable, we're going to have to perfect things, change things, do things in a different way, work hard, be disciplined, have a routine, have a schedule, have a timeline, streamline our efforts. So all of that stuff is very Virgo and Saturn at the same time. Working hard to create a new revenue stream, because Jupiter is a financial planet. So it will require lots of work. So I'm not gonna lie here, but I think it could also produce very interesting results with Jupiter here. Needing to make decisions regarding anything that's Jupiter. So here I put a list: social media, information, content, traveling, relocation, immigration, because it's Jupiter and Gemini, which is the apex of that T-square. So that's the focal point of the decisions that we're going to have to make. So there could also be a new social media project, a new event, a new online project that needs lots of work and dedication. Virgo and Saturn, facing obstacles, Saturn, delays, but that can be lucrative in the end. It could also talk about perfecting a project, making something better, aiming high, because Jupiter is the arrow. It's the ruler of Sagittarius. So having a goal, aiming high, working hard towards that goal. Or it could also talk about health. So tackling a health issue or imbalance with information and research, because of that Jupiter in Gemini. But I think the good way of doing things is to be a good Virgo, especially for that new moon. So organize yourself and your ideas and your projects like a good Virgo. And this will be likely a preview of the themes coming at the eclipse. So it's time here to put in the work if you want to reap the rewards later on. So Sophie, can we look at the cards for this new moon in Virgo?
Yes.
Or this community?
Interesting. Okay, so those are my oracles, and I will also take some of tarot cards. So one card fell on the floor. Always good. Okay, so let me show you everything that we got. Starting with the oracle, we have releasing, we have purging, and we have communication with this web that is there. So with this, it's exactly as you were saying, Julie, the connection, the preparation, the online presence. It's all of those things of that you mentioned with the social medias and everything. We have also, with this, I'm seeing a lot of people in your network that are going to be helping you in this phase. So your connection, your communication is going to be important. And we are going to not be in Mercury retrograde at that time. So hopefully it's going to be a very positive communication, and I feel it this way. A lot of networking is going to be coming in. Those two cards, the card of purging and release that we started with, it's already done. I think it's what was left behind maybe during the Mercury retrograde or the last month. We're starting fresh with this. We start with a new communication, new intent. So your affirmation are going to be really strong also with this. And you really want to use every people in your network for this. With the card of tarot, we get the Two of Wands. We get the Six of Wands. So a lot of wands so far. And the Knight of Cups. So what we see here is that we could be trying to change things. We can try to have a new also balance. They're trying to have a balance to support this. So they're working together. Again, we have the network, we have a teamwork. They're working together to find a balance for their new reality. So the Two of Wands right there is going to be, okay, so we released stuff that didn't work in the past. Now, how can we bring something new that is stronger, that has more balance, and hopefully letting go of everything that didn't in work in the past with our new knowledge. The Six of Wands is there to tell you that you're going to be having the rewards. So everything that you're starting is going to get you the rewards and the success that you really hope. But you have to use your affirmation, your vision, and your communication in all form to really continue to have this vision in your mind, to manifest it, to get the best rewards, because you can amplify those rewards using communication and your vibration to get more. The Knight of Cups is telling me that you're going to have a lot more of connection with what you create, because it's going to come from the heart, and it's going to be stronger in your life because your vibration is going to be full of love, full of positivity. So it's just going to amplify everything you're creating from that center of your heart.
Wow. And it's so interesting that you got the two first cards as detox and purging, because it's not detox, it's something else.
It's purge and release, but you're right. I was thinking about detox too.
Because Virgo rules detox and letting go of, like, in your body, in your work, like making sure you are focusing on the right stuff. And Saturn is like the planet that likes to simplify, likes to release what's not necessary. So I feel like, although it's a new moon, there's an element to it, if we look at the cards, that is still also in like streamlining, simplifying, letting go of what no longer works in work and in health, which makes a lot of sense with the archetype of Virgo.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. Well, you gave me a lot of reassurance because it's falling directly on my sun. So let's hope for the best. And now we're going to be talking about the event of the month of September. So this is going to be the eclipse. And with eclipses, usually we feel it about a month before and about a month after the eclipse season. So from, let's say, late mid-August until beginning of November is going to be the orb of influence of the changes ushered by the period of eclipses. So they always come in pairs, and this time it's a full moon eclipse, and after the second one is going to be a new moon eclipse. So meaning that on September 17th, we are in the release, purge, detox mode still. And it's interesting that you got that for the new moon. So I think it's going to be like a major theme for September. And then 2 weeks later, we have a new moon eclipse, which is going to be very light, I love the energy of the second eclipse. So I think first, before we can really start fresh with the second eclipse, we need to release stuff. So this is kind of what this eclipse tells us. And eclipses usually, for people that didn't hear us talk about eclipses before, usually they usher big changes in our lives. So big events. So that can be, let's say, a change in location, you move, you get in a relationship, you leave a relationship, you get a new job, you go to a wedding, you get married, you have kids, or you become a grandparent. So any kind of big lifetime milestone is usually in the eclipse season. So that's what the eclipses are here. And because they are close to the nodes of the moon, so they trigger our destined path. So usually those things are more linked to karma and destiny than our free will. And sometimes we like to joke around, Sophie and I, and we say, even if you'd like to hide behind a rock during an eclipse because you don't want to face like all the changes that they bring, it's not going to work. It's still going to affect you in some way. But that doesn't mean it's negative. Of course, that can be beautiful stuff happening. But with this one, I don't know. So I can't wait to see with the cards, to be honest. Because first of all, the meaning of a full moon is a closure, a completion, an ending, letting go. An eclipse is like a full moon on steroids. So it's like 3 times the power of a regular full moon. And then Pisces is the sign associated with endings, with karma, with the end of a cycle. So we kind of have 3 signifying factors that tells us that it's going to be a big karmic chapter ending in our lives. So whatever it is, and we're going to talk about the sign individually after. So you're going to know in what house it's going to activate, so you have more clues of that, what that can pertain to. So, okay, this one is interesting. So the lunar eclipse, so the moon will be conjunct Neptune, so the ruler of Pisces, so the ruler of the sign it's in. So like another element that tells us that karma, past lives, the past, also clearing, letting go is going to be very, very much emphasized. And then the moon will be between Neptune and Saturn. So Saturn is the other planet of karma. So as you can see, ending of a big karmic chapter, Pisces and Saturn rule karma. And that can be very positive. Let's say you're really done with something, with a certain experience that you keep repeating from lifetime to lifetime. So this is kind of the ultimate, thank you very much, leave my life, thank you. Let's go on to the next chapter. Jupiter can bring long-awaited karmic rewards that you had to work hard for, because it's still making this mutable T-square that we had at the previous Virgo new moon. So because it's close to Saturn, it's closer to Neptune, but still Saturn is an orb for the conjunction. So it can bring obstacles, delays, challenges. Also, Saturn wants to make sure that whatever you're starting next in your life is realistic, but also has a long-term potential. So that's why some things may not or may work with Saturn. And then you're going to be able to see the results of your hard work and the results coming at this full moon eclipse, because it's a completion. It's where we can see the rewards of our hard work. Is equivalent to the amount of work you put in. And because it's Jupiter that's being the focal point of this T-square, it has to be aligned with your moral, and you have to play by the rules because Saturn is involved. So karma, morality, and hard work are like the ingredients of success for reaping the rewards here at this full moon eclipse. For other people, it could be more of a health theme coming up at the last new moon in Virgo that we had that needs your attention in order to bring awareness and healing. A lot of past life themes, I think, will be coming up for healing and letting go. And Neptune is the planet of forgiveness and letting go and connecting to source and God and the universe. So we're going to be asked to, let's say, be our higher self, to forgive and let go. And on that note, if you'd like to know what you're going to be liberating, you can also book with Sophie for the past lives consultation. I will be doing so for sure, especially with that, because I want to reap the rewards. I'm tired of seeing, let's say, the same past lives karmic loop coming in my life. So as I said, there is still this mutable T-square. We have the sun on one side. On the other side, we have the moon, Neptune, Saturn, and then Jupiter is at the apex of that T-square. So again, this theme of making an important decision regarding a Jupiterian theme. So also that could be regarding the house that it's in your case. So look where Gemini is falling. So it could be around finances, investments, learning, teaching, traveling, relocating, immigration, international affairs, justice, and legal affairs. So a few of the things that Jupiter rules here. So that could be something important that comes in your life. You have to make a decision. You have to think about the future, Jupiter. You have to see things from a bigger perspective. So with every eclipse, be open to change, stay flexible, and especially because we have a mutable T-square. So mutable is all about change. So another double whammy here on the theme of change, and then being able to see the bigger picture with whatever comes into our lives. Also, we will be asked to let go of what needs to leave our lives at this time. So that being said, I can't wait for you, Sophie, to let us know with the cards. What are you seeing?
Let's see what we have. And we have Purge.
Wow.
And it's not even the same card. Okay, interesting.
Interesting.
We have unpredictable.
Yes.
And we have divine timing. This is like keywords for those kind of events. Let's see with tarot cards before I show you everything that I have. King of Swords, the Hangman, which is Pisces energy, by the way. The Hangman is Pisces energy. And Three of Cups. So let me show you what we have. So this is the card that is named Fever, and it says sick, tired, and purge with King of Sword underneath. So yes, with what you were saying about health, it can be health related also with this eclipse, where you can have finally an answer on what you have. If it was karmic or from a past life, what you're suffering from, mental health, physical health, you could have a release or just understanding on what it is in your body. And I have chills for this. It's very, very connected. Your energy field can create stuff that are becoming physical. So with this, this topic of past life and karmic retribution, you can finally have something that is removed, purge from you. The King of Swords for me represents also surgeon. So if you do need a surgery, you could have some news about it. Overall, I'm feeling that it's a very positive energy, but just to cover the full spectrum, for a little percentage of the people watching, you can learn that somebody is starting an illness, or you can learn that someone is going under the surgery. So this could be options also when it is an eclipse. The card in the middle, it's my card of trouble. It says outside of the box, rebel, and unpredictable, which is completely normal to see when we have an eclipse. The card underneath is the Hangman. Everything, those things together means that you're not going to be in an action with this. You don't have any power, saying otherwise. It says that you're not going to be in power. You're not going to be able to do a lot about what is coming. It's going to be unpredictable, and things are already settled. So it's in the universe. Universe wants to help you, have already decided what is going to be your eclipse and what needs to be removed for you to be in your best path for the next portion of your life, for the next chapter for you. So you're not going to have to take action for what is to come. It is already there. You don't hold a lot of power. The card about Pisces is your power relies on how you react to it, and you will need to realize that the bigger picture makes that any change that is coming at that time is going to be a good one. But it's going to possibly be uncomfortable if you are trying to hold on to it too tightly. The last card that we have is divine timing, because yes, those things are divine intervention and they come at a divine timing in our lives. And it's a Three of Cups. So we can have celebration, we can have a wedding, we can have reconnection, rekindling the flame with this. It's not just bad stuff that are there. It could be really beautiful, beautiful energy. You need to know that there is good stuff that are coming through, but it can be unpredictable. So the key word of all of this is really trust the divine. Try to work on your vibration to manifest the best version of it, and whatever comes, stay in a high vibration and really focus on your words, because your words are really powerful and you want to understand that whatever is coming is really good for you. So continue to say I trust in the universe and it will be good for me.
Wow, I love that. And I also wanted to say I got a kind of a download while you were talking. Of course, this kind of conjunction of planets is also not, let's say, the best one for the immune system, especially for the eclipse. So I just want to say, if something comes up, especially at the new moon in Virgo, which deals with health, with natural health, if you see, like, let's say my immune system feels a bit weak, I'm starting to get sick. So this is the time to take your vitamins, to really have a good, healthy routine, to make sure that your grounded, prepare for anything that comes up for the eclipse. Because let's say if we start already the eclipse season feeling tired, feeling, it's kind of easy to feel under the weather with this conjunction of planets and whatever, let's say, the powers that be or were have in mind for the planet.
Yeah, and I would add to it that help also your elderly. So the people that are more advanced in age than you around you may need some support or some vitamins also, or anything that is just a boost, because Saturn rules older people. And I think Pisces does too, if I'm not mistaken. So we need to just watch yourself, your energy, especially from a 5D point of view with those cards. So especially your vibration, because it's connected with Pisces and because we have this hangman of 5D energy, but also if you can help the people who are elderly around you.
All right. Thank you, Sophie, for that. And also I wanted to add that eclipse season means big changes in the collective. We talked more about the personal side of things. I'm going to make like separate astrology video for the collective, but in our personal lives, eclipses is usually where we need guidance the most, when we need to listen to our own intuition, our own guidance system the most. And of course, I personally like to book an appointment with my sister because she gives me kind of let's say a couple of different scenarios that could happen later on. So I could choose kind of what timeline I want to go on. What can I do to, let's say, better a situation? So that's something I personally like to do. But of course, the best thing you can do is also do it for yourself, right, Sophie?
Absolutely.
Sophie has put up an awesome new course, which is all about learning tarot. And this is our favorite tool, Sophie and I, to, let's say, connect with our intuition to get answers, whatever question we have. And sometimes we have like very 3D questions. And like, let's say, doing this new formula for this show, we pulled some cards and we're like, yes, I think that's the way to go for, let's say, embracing the changes and the evolution and our path ahead for Maison Jupiter. So you can really ask questions about anything in your life, and the tool, there's many different tools you can use to listen to your higher self, your intuition, but that's the one that we know the most, right, Sophia?
Yeah. Absolutely. And this course is a little bit different from the others. I really want you to have fun with this one. I really want to use the imagery. And I'm showing you a new way of learning the card that is intuitive, it is fun, it is easy. I'm using lots of examples from many decks, so you can have fun and using many decks. And it's going to be also focused on understanding the cards and the keywords, but I'm giving you my own personal technique, all of my little secrets, so it can come naturally from you and you can rely on what is in front of you and not having to go with your logic. So this is fun, this is easy. And from the feedback that I have when I teach that particular technique, it's really fast learning. And from there, you can switch with any decks and you are in your full control. This is giving you a lot of power in your life.
And especially to go through like big periods of transitions like the eclipses, where we have to shift, we have to stay flexible, we have to embrace new paths, embrace new ways of doing stuff. So that can be like a really important validation if you can connect back to your intuition and be like, okay, this is the right decision. Am I on the right path with whatever area in your life? So this first one, I love your technique, Sophie. I think most people are visual. Most people are very intuitive, especially in this community. So looking at a lot of visuals, symbols from different decks, so you teach how to use the deck they want and learn to really easily discern like all the different messages from the deck. So I feel like it's a really Pisces rising approach, which I love. And we have a special launch promo for this tarot course, which is a 50% off. So we're not going to have the discount soon. And the discount code is tarot50 to get 50% off. So that's going to be for a limited time only until September 1st. So until your birthday. So really, we're putting those videos before the month of September. So make sure you take advantage of that promo. So thank you so much, Sophie. So let's look at the different 12 zodiac signs. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. First of all, very happy September to all of you. Let's look into your September predictions. So first off, on September 2nd, we'll have a new moon in Virgo, and that's going to activate your 10th house. So for you, Saggies, the whole month of September will be a very important one because it's going to activate angular houses. So the first one, the 10th, and then the eclipse is going to activate the 4th house. And that's going to be the first eclipse activating your 4th and 10th house for the next 2 years. So that means you'll have a series of transformation of your 4th house, your personal life, your family life, your place of living, your living situation, your foundation, your values, your core. So that's all the 4th house. In regards to the 10th house, and the 10th house is your career, how you show up publicly, your life mission. So you'll have a huge transformation of this axis of personal and public life. So it all starts on September 2nd with a new moon in Virgo in your 10th house, bringing some newness in your career and in your work. And this is going to be a very pivotal phase because you're going to be able to see the first answers and rewards 2 weeks later at the eclipse. So let's start with this new moon. So you're going to be opening up a new work or career chapter while there are a lot of responsibilities at home or in regards to family, because Saturn is going to oppose this new moon and it's in your 4th house of home, family, values, roots. So all of that stuff is requiring a lot of your attention, but still you need to focus on both. So and at the time of this new moon, you'll need to open up a new chapter there. So there could be a new work project, a new work role, a new responsibilities regarding your work, your career, or your life mission. Because it's making a T-square, so a tense aspect to your planet Jupiter in your 7th house, you'll need to follow your moral compass, Jupiter, and your values with the decisions that you're going to need to make regarding this new moon. So the whole month of September will have this mutable T-square, and oftentimes T-square are asking us to make decisions, to choose a crossroad. And Jupiter is your planet, so it's kind of a double whammy on the theme of making important decisions for yourself. But it's in the 7th house, so it's also regarding partnerships, who you want to partner up with as a romantic partner, as a business partner, as people that can support you into reaching your goals. But with that Jupiter and also being a Sag, it's very much connected to your vision of like your level of consciousness, your frequency, your values, your morality. So it needs to feel right. It needs to feel it's aligned with your true purpose and your truth. And also it's really important, Sagittarius, that you surround yourself with people and you work with people with the same values, the same long-term goals, and that align with you on a moral level, because that's the essence of Jupiter, which is the apex of that T-square. So you will likely need to make important decisions this month regarding who do you want to team up with or what kind of clients you want to attract, because also the 7th house is the house of partnerships, but it's also the house of clients if you do work with, let's say, a client base. So you will need to make important decision, and that's the moral compass. Your values will be probably the pinnacle of that decision. And then 2 weeks later, September 17, we have the event of the month of September, which is a full moon eclipse in Pisces. And that's activating in the first time by eclipses your 4th house of home and family. So very, very important period for you, Sagis, because it's hitting angular houses, so like the core of who you are and the basis of the structure that you need to have in order to carry on with the other aspects of your life. So this is the opening act also of the North Node entering your 4th house of home and family until mid-2026. So it's going to enter at the beginning of 2025, so beginning of next year. So Sagis, it starts with, and also any kind of series of transformation always start with letting go of what no longer aligns. So we'll start by letting go in order to open up some newness and to have like more fulfilling experiences. So this eclipse startup, and a lot of Sagis could be moving, changing place of living, or changing living situation. There will likely be something that you let go of in your home and family sector, or that can also be more psychological, like your values. You're not saying that you're going to change your values, but saying that you're going to let go of something that don't align to your values. I feel also that a lot of Sagis will need to do a lot of ancestral healing, maybe also to discern what is part of the family programming, cultural programming that you've received, what is yours, what is not yours. You will need to separate a lot of that in order to live a more fulfilling life. For other Sagis, it could also be the end of a certain work that you're doing at home, because Saturn is there. Saturn is the planet of work, even though it's at home. So it could be the end of a certain working situation that you were doing at home, or a certain, let's say, work schedule that was working out for, let's say, the professional, personal life. So there is a change there regarding home and, again, work. That could also be a lot of Sagis relocating to a place near water, to an island, to a remote location, because we have Neptune, Pisces, the moon, lots of water, lots of spirituality also being infused in your house. So that can also be another way this could play out. So you could be cleaning your house of old stagnant energies, letting go of anything ancestral or on the land that's been, let's say, not aligning with the highest frequency, let's just say. I feel like a lot of you are going to need peace and tranquility and time alone at home, because we have a lot of planet of isolation and needing time alone at home. Just watch out for issues with water at home. Make sure the roof is okay, or prepared for, let's say, if there's more rain than usual, because that's a lot of water in your 4th house. So that's for everybody, but especially because it's falling in your 4th house, so in your home. There could also be partnership decisions coming up, Sagis, because again, the apex of that T-square is in your 7th house. So you're going to have to choose to align with people that are going to be supporting you, your values, who you are at your core, but also your long-term projects. And there's going to be a lot of letting go of past karma within family, ancestral traumas. A lot of forgiveness will be asked of you with that Neptune in the 4th house. There's going to be lots of letting go of what no longer aligns, especially with your ancestry, with your family, with the Sagis. Sophie, can we look into the cards for our beautiful Sagittarius? We have the card of adventure. Beautiful. So traveling, planning to a journey that could be traveling or also spiritual. We do have a road trip that is showing up with this card. We do have that you want to see, because everybody is going in one direction. You want to see if you are going to go with the rest of your people. You want to see if you're going to choose another road, and it may be a kind of a very difficult experience to make that decision. Once this is a decision that you are sure about, it is going to provide you a lot of growth, a lot of
just leveling up in many, many area of your life, and adventure, of course. So let's see what else do we get from this to you for this month of September. We have the Empress, the Emperor, okay, woo, and the Death card, 3 major arcana. Whoa, okay. We have the Empress, we have the Emperor, and we have the Death card. So, of course, I'm going to talk about maybe a change or an ending of a relationship, or an ending of a certain way that you see the relationship. I'm seeing this because we do have the Frog with this Death card, and the Frog is associated with this Prince Charming. So maybe the end of a phase where you were in this honeymoon stage, and the beginning with Saturn of a more tangible, real, and committed relationship. We do have to partner up with people that are making us feel complete. So the Empress and the Emperor complete each other. One is the creation and the other is the execution. So you want to make sure that you are either gaining the balance within yourself to do those things yourself, or that you have the people around you that are going to help you to have both sides of what is needed to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Of course, I'm going to go with the 1% of you may have a news of a passing with this eclipse. It's not going to be for everybody. It is not something that you should stress about, but I just want to put it out there that you may have a news about an ending. It doesn't have to be close to you, but it's in there. You may have also the end of an ego, so the death of your ego with this. You may be embarking on a new journey to discover yourself, destroying who you thought you were through your job, through maybe what you were saying yes and no to, and really reimagine yourself in this new life of what you want to create. It's funny because they're both holding something. She's holding a purple flower and he's holding a crystal ball or a ball, I'm not sure. So they're both holding something that is different. One is trying to maybe more see the future, the other one is trying to nurture. And this is two things that you're going to need, is one to plan for the future and nurture it once you know where you're headed. So this is what I have.
Wow, powerful time, Empress, Emperor, and the Death card. So wow, so lots of big changes. And yeah, that's what I was seeing in the astrology also. So I think there's a lot of beautiful changes coming up for you, Sagis, especially because Jupiter is going to be so pivotal, and that's your planet. So we wish you the very best month and eclipses ever. And of course, these are general predictions. And if you'd like to get your one-on-one reading with the amazing Sophie, you can do so on MaisonJupiter.com. Don't forget to enter Jupiter as your discount code to get 10% off your next reading. And you'll have the choice between the tarot reading and the past lives reading, depending on, let's say, what kind of guidance you need the most for this eclipse or this eclipse season. So is it asking questions, or is it looking at what you need to release in order to liberate a lot of, let's say, what's going on in your present moment? So that's what we have here. And of course, if you did enjoy this new format, let us know in the comments. Do make sure you like this video and you are subscribed to the channel. And
don't forget to join, if it's not already done, the community. We are putting a lot of content more and more every day. There's a lot of people with high vibration in this beautiful community. And don't forget, now we have this giveaway each month. Enter for a chance of winning when it's time for your month of birth for a free consultation with me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sophie, and wishing you a beautiful month of September. Bye-bye, everybody.